Our root for today is spec, spect and spic. Again, they all mean the same thing, and that is to look. So you'll already know some spec words. Spectacles, these things to do with looking. Spectacular is something amazing that you want to look at. Inspect, looking closely, and respect, even though it doesn't sound like it goes with something to do with looking, but it is another spect word. Let's get into our 5 new words. Speculate. You might say, the neighbours huddled together and began to speculate as to why the police had arrived. So they're huddling together, they don't know why the police have arrived, but they are speculating. And we say speculate as to, or you can speculate, you can say speculate how, speculate why. Okay, the definition. So it's to guess the reason for something without evidence. So in that example, the neighbours didn't really have any evidence as to why the police had come, so they just started talking and making guesses. That's speculate. Spectre. Might say the children all swore that they had seen the spectre of a woman floating through the corridors. Why would a woman float through the corridors? Why would someone doubt them? It's because a spectre is a ghost. Simple definition. Spectre means a ghost. It's a formal word for ghost, one that you might see in literature. Next word, conspicuous. So we've got the spic root in the middle there, and this is to do with being easy to see. So the skyscraper was highly conspicuous next to the cottages. It's highly conspicuous, easy to see, it stands out, and you're not going to miss it. So the definition is very noticeable, likely to stand out, conspicuous. There are times when you may not want to be seen, not want to stand out, and so the antonym here would be more appropriate. You just add a prefix meaning not, and you get inconspicuous. So if you are trying to be inconspicuous, you might dress in dark clothing, stay close to the wall, like a thief in the night. Aspect. Got 2 definitions because it is a homonym. First up, I made a pros and cons list so I could consider every aspect of the decision. Think about what words could fit there instead of aspect. I could consider every aspect of the decision, every element, every part perhaps. The definition there is a feature or part of something. The aspects of something are the features or the parts of it. When you're shopping for technology, you might consider the different aspects of one computer versus another one, the different parts and features. Okay, so the second meaning of aspect, it's quite a formal, old-fashioned meaning, but it's one that you might see when you're doing old comprehension passages. So the example sentence that I have here, I've adapted slightly from the text Frankenstein, because this was in that book. So he had an aspect expressive of the greatest benevolence. It's a tricky sentence. So benevolence is kindness. He had an aspect expressive of the greatest benevolence. And that's his face in this example. So he looked a certain way. So then we get the link to the root here. And the meaning here is the look of a person, situation, or place. You could say the situation took on a sinister aspect. So it looks bad in that case. So aspect is the look of a person, situation, or place. One that you probably won't use in your own writing, but you might hear it around. But the first meaning of aspect is one that we still use today. Okay, and then spectacle. Hundreds of people gathered to watch the magnificent firework spectacle. So this is something that looks magnificent. Think about spectacular as well, it links to that. So our definition for spectacle is an impressive and exciting visual event. Visual relates to seeing, so something that looks impressive and exciting. Alright, those are our 5 words, hopefully in 5 minutes. I need to check the clock. Don't forget, Wordier.online is your place for all things vocabulary. We have lots of fun, illustrated resources to help you to remember a whole load of vocab for different purposes, but especially the 11+. Okay, see you in the next video.